Mortgage rates are just slightly better than they were this time last week. So what was the biggest factor? Well, last week, the biggest thing we got was the ADP employment report that came in on Wednesday. Came in better than expected. Employment numbers were better, and that pushed rates higher. In fact, to about the highest they've been in a month, even though it was a very small change. Luckily for us, later in the week, we saw interest rates begin to tick back down both Thursday and Friday, and we actually finished last week around the same or maybe just a hint better than we started. What are we expecting this week? Well, it looks like the government is going to reopen this week. And if it does, things could get super interesting. Remember, a lot of the data that Wall Street uses to decide what they want to pay for mortgage-backed securities is data that's created by the government, and we haven't seen it during this shutdown. So we'll see some of that this week. In particular, no big economic data today, Monday. We do have Veterans Day tomorrow. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts for all of those who have served or are serving. Wednesday, we'll hear from a lot of the Fed speakers, and then Thursday and Friday, two big inflation reports, CPI on Thursday, PPI on Friday. Assuming we're open and we can get that data, it could look really interesting. So where are current interest rates? Well, the 30-year fixed rate right now is around 6.32%. The 15-year is at 5.82%, and the FHA 30-year is just over 6% at 6.03. Remember, those rates come from Mortgage News Daily. They're kind of averages. They're not Weber Mortgage's exact rate. In fact, there's no such thing as an exact rate because your rate is going to be different from somebody else's. They're based on credit score. They're based on loan purpose, like purchase, refinance, cash out, all that kind of stuff. And they're certainly based on how well qualified you are in order to get approved. So your rate is going to be unique. We want to talk through those with you. Whether you're thinking about refinancing or buying, please pick up the phone and give us a call at Weber Mortgage. We're a family in the business of helping families.